What's up, y'all? I want to talk about Magic Johnson and the Ben Simmons situation. Is it tampering? Of course, it's tampering. Magic Johnson, he last year was it last year? Yeah, he got on. He was on the one of those late night shows. What was it, Kimball? And he was talking about Paul George and got fined for that because Magic Johnson was an ambassador for the Lakers. He wasn't the president or the GM, but he was an ambassador. He was part of their organization. So as part of their organization, he cannot go out and talk about other players. Either Magic Johnson doesn't understand that he can do that he cannot do that, or either he just don't care because he's still doing it. He's still doing it, and the New Orleans Pelicans put in a request saying that they tampered with Anthony Davis, with the whole Anthony Davis situation. Now, he said that some of Ben Simmons' representatives reached out to the Lakers representatives and asked, could Magic Johnson train him or him getting some advice and some knowledge as to being a point guard, because Magic Johnson was a big point guard. Ben Simmons is a big point guard. He wants to get some knowledge from Magic Johnson. That's all fine and dandy if Magic Johnson was not the president of the Lakers. Of course, he cannot do that. Magic Johnson should have told their. This shouldn't even get out to the media as far as without Magic Johnson saying, I told them that I cannot, under any circumstances, meet with him because I am the president of the Lakers. Magic Johnson should know that. He doesn't know the rules or something, but he should know the rules by now because he got fined for the Paul George thing. It was a half-hearted response to Kimball on his show last year about Paul George, about wanting Paul George to be in LA, and he still got fined. Magic Johnson should understand by now. See, this is what's going to happen to the Lakers. The league had to step in now because that's like three cases of tampering. It's like the Lakers are very, very desperate to get people around LeBron James, because when you acquire LeBron James, first of all, you acquire a great player. You acquire all the diva stuff that comes with a great player. That's what a lot of great players. A lot of great players are divas, not just LeBron James. But LeBron James has all this other stuff, or all this other stuff going on with him. The team has to be playing the LeBron James system, or he's not happy. He's pouting. He has to have a lot of really, really good players around him. Not saying that other star players or other superstar players in the past, like Bird, Magic, Michael, all them, Charles, didn't want great players around them. LeBron James will pout. He will pout if he doesn't have what he needs to have, and if the coach is not making the other players play his system of play, LeBron James' system of play. And I don't think Anthony Davis fit well with LeBron, because LeBron is not going to do nothing but make him Chris Bosh all over again, Kevin Love all over again. He's going to marginalize what Anthony Davis can bring to a team so much that Anthony Davis is not going to be able to use all his tools. Anthony Davis will not be the same player when he played with the Lakers as he is when he playing with the Pelicans. Now he's going to win more. Of course, he's going to win more. I mean, that's what you want to do. But the LeBron James do very well. He does better with shooters around him, perimeter shooters around him that could knock down shots. You know what I'm saying, like a Klay Thompson, a JJ Redick, or guys of that ilk. He marginalized a stretch power forward. Now, can Anthony Davis be a stretch power forward? Yes, but Anthony Davis is not a guy that's going to shoot the ball very well from 18 on out. Anthony Davis is more. What's up, man? Anthony Davis is more of a. He's more of a 15-foot jump shooter. Anthony Davis is not a guy that's, you can't put Anthony Davis on a 3-point line and have that man shooting a lot of threes. It's just not gonna. His efficiency is gonna go down, and he's not gonna be the same player. Now you pull him away from the rim. Now you marginalize the man as far as him being able to be a high level rebounder, or be able to protect the paint the way he needs to be able to protect the paint on defense, because he's so worried about being on the perimeter. So I don't think Anthony Davis fits well with the Lakers, but I think the league has to step in. The league has to step in and either heavily fine the Lakers and send a stern message to Magic Johnson and them and let them know that you cannot tamper with these players. Now, does tampering go on? Yes, tampering goes on all the time, but the Lakers are Magic Johnson. I'm not gonna say the Lakers in totality, but Magic Johnson, he tampers on a whole nother level. He tampers in public. Like when he made that statement, when that reporter asked him about Ben Simmons, he's the president of the Lakers. He should have said, "I cannot talk about other players on other teams under contract. I can't unless we on the off season and that player is a free agent. That's the only way Magic Johnson can talk about that player. He cannot comment about another player. I don't care how. I don't care if it's helping the player, like helping him or mentoring him or having private messages, contact with him, as far as, teaching him, giving him some knowledge about the game. Elton Brand came out. Elton Brand, the GM of the 76ers, came out and said, under no circumstances can they do that. And if they do it, he has to be there. So he said, so under no circumstances will he ever clear Magic Johnson to mentor Ben Simmons and go work out with Magic Johnson and all that stuff. Who would do that? Now, last year I heard rumblings that Ben Simmons does want to end up in LA. I wouldn't be surprised if Ben Simmons want to end up in LA. I wouldn't be surprised if he end up in LA. He's under Clutch Sports. That's LeBron James management. And it's another thing about this whole LeBron James and Rich Paul being over, the agency that they have. To me this is a conflict of interest if it's not one. Just simply because it is. Rich Paul is LeBron James' best friend. Now people will be like, "Oh, he's his best friend. He can have his own agency." Yes, he can. But we all know that LeBron James put all of his friends on. People will be naive, and people out there, y'all will be naive if y'all don't think that LeBron James is part owner of that agency. Of course he's part owner of that agency because LeBron James want to be a power broker in the NBA. When LeBron James' career is over, he wants to be a power broker in the NBA. And if he has a lot of the up and coming stars signed with him, he's essentially will have a lot of control in the NBA post his career. So do not think that he doesn't have a direct influence on that agency. Of course he does. That's a big conflict of interest. And people will point to, well, what about Michael Jordan and David Falk? David Falk was not his best friend. David Falk had clients before he even had Michael Jordan. So you cannot use that. This is a conflict of interest because that is his best friend. He put them guys on this agency that they have. Trust me, LeBron James cannot be a face of the agency because he's still playing in the league, and that you cannot do that. But he's a part owner of that thing in principle. Trust me, and it'll all come out when he retires because when he retires, he can just be the face. He can be the face then because he's not playing in the league. But the league is going to step in, and I believe when they do all their investigations, because they haven't even finished the investigation for the Anthony Davis tampering with Anthony Davis, and then this is on top of that with Ben Simmons, and then Magic Johnson admitted it in public through his mouth. It's not like word of mouth. Magic Johnson said it outright that I mean, now Magic Johnson did say the league has to sign off on it, the Sixers have to sign off on it, and the Lakers have to sign off on it. But Magic, you are the president of the Lakers. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot under any circumstances talk to another player from another team that's under contract. It's all right once the summer come, and if the guy's a free agent, you can do all the talking you want to do. It's like when you sat outside and you was waiting for LeBron James to become a free agent, and you went in the house and you talked to LeBron James. That's what you can do. You cannot talk to another player. Period. Point blank. I don't care how mentor you want to do. Look, it's a nice thing that you want to mentor him, show him the ropes, but Magic Johnson, you can do all that stuff if you're not part of the Lakers organization or anybody else's organization for that point, for that matter. 3 years ago, yes, you can do it because you were not the GM. You was not an ambassador for the LA Lakers or nothing like that. I remember at one point, Magic Johnson sold his shares into the Lakers, and he was out. He was all out. So and then he came back in because Jeannie Buss wanted him to come in and help her bring the Lakers back to prominence. So the league is going to step in, and they're going to heavily fine the Lakers. They may even say y'all the Anthony Davis can go to any team but y'all team. I'm telling you, or take away draft picks, or fine them for a lot of money. I think see they already fined Magic Johnson once money wise. Now it's time to take another step, and I think the next step is going to be y'all can get Anthony Davis. Anybody in the league can get Anthony Davis, but the Lakers. The Lakers are tampering with these players way too much. The Lakers are thirsty because I don't think Kawhi Leonard is going there. I think Kawhi Leonard may go to the Clippers. Kevin Durant may stay with Golden State. I believe Kevin Durant will stay with Golden State. Klay Thompson is going to stay with Golden State because Golden State has a brand new building that they're going to play in that they're opening up next year. Those owners are going to bite the bullet and give Kevin Durant the max and probably close to max out Klay Thompson, and probably and give Draymond Green a nice deal. They're not going to let those guys go and they open up a new building. What, you gonna open up a new building? Klay Thompson is gone, Kevin Durant is gone. That's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to open up that new building with that same team. Period, point blank. And they may even bring back Boogie Cousins because I think when Boogie Cousins as he playing with Golden State, he's getting a taste of winning. You remember he was in Sacramento for a long time, not winning nothing, being frustrated, being overly emotional. Since he's been with the Golden State Warriors, because they have a atmosphere and a culture of winning, and they have veteran players in that locker room. They have a really good coach in Steve Kerr. They have good ownership from top to bottom. So he's in line, and I believe DeMarcus Cousins like that structure, and I believe DeMarcus Cousins may sign, a 2 or 3 year deal to stay with Golden State. I won't be surprised if he does it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think the Lakers are going to get the people that they want to get. That's why they were so hard at going after Anthony Davis. See, the thing is this. Anthony Davis listened to Rich Paul and them. Rich Paul is his agent, but he listened to them and said, "Hey, we're going to say that you are not going to sign with the New Orleans Pelicans, but you have to come out and say that you're not going to sign with them." And he did. And guess what? He's getting flack for it because of this. If I was Anthony Davis, I would have waited till after the season. And when the summertime came, I would have told the Pelicans that I'm not going to sign next year. I'm giving y'all, this time to, if y'all want to trade me or whatever before the trading deadline, give y'all enough time, respect for the organization. And to me, that would have been more of a less of a strong man's action, because when they came out and told Pelicans that he was not going to sign, it was 10 days before the trading deadline. So the Pelicans felt like they were being strong armed, because it's no coincidence that y'all said that 10 days before the trade deadline, because y'all didn't want Boston to get involved in it. That's why they want other teams like the Knicks and potentially other teams to get involved in trying to trade for Anthony Davis, because when the whole Kawhi Leonard thing came out for him getting traded, and he said he wanted to be traded from San Antonio, everybody just thought the Lakers were the team involved, and here come Toronto and swooped them up. So, we don't know what other teams can put out a package, but, you know what I'm saying, New Orleans wants to hear everybody, and which they should. They have a top 5 player, man. Anthony Davis is a generational player. You don't give up a generational player. Everybody talking about, they giving up 8 players and 4 number ones or whatever it was. That's not good enough for Anthony Davis, especially for a small market team like the Pelicans. They will be lucky to draft another player with the impact of Anthony Davis. You don't draft that. They when they get rid of Anthony Davis, as soon as they let Anthony Davis go, it'll be 10 to 15 years before they get another Anthony Davis or anything close to Anthony Davis. They know that. So they trying to get high value for him. And Kyle Kuzma, good player, nice player. Ingram is an all right player, up and down. Lonzo Ball, up and down. Josh Hart, remind me of a Patrick Beverly, can be probably possibly a glue guy on a really good team. And who Zubox, he's gone. I thought that was a really nice piece, but they traded him to the Clippers. And the number one picks. But the number one picks is not going to be anything because as soon as the Lakers get Anthony Davis, have LeBron James, and they build around them number one picks are going to be late round selections. And then in the NBA, you cannot get a team's consecutive number one picks. It has to be alternate years number one picks. So I mean, what? So what are you trading for? So they're gonna be the Lakers all over again because they already got Randall. They already got Randall. Randall was already there. He was there with the Lakers last year. So they're gonna be the Lakers in the Pelicans uniform. Come on, man. But like I said, man, Magic Johnson has to understand that he cannot, absolutely cannot, talk to other players that's under contract. Let me know what y'all think about it, man. Thanks for coming through, Cynthia Empire. Thanks for coming through. But